Jennifer, who's been held captive. She is she's in the separate room that they call the vault, which historically had been used to keep valuables for the Oddfellows Society, but now has sort of been unused. And we discover that Spike has crawled through the keyhole, and he's going to be at Jenny's side, and he's going to be helping Jenny, while Johnny's out there escaping from the villains. So if I go to that point in time, page 57, chapter 6. Jennifer Goff was a spunky 13-year-old, but not on this particular Tuesday evening. She was hardly conscious, possibly asleep on the small army cot in the corner of the vault. Not so much a vault, but rather a dingy room that had been converted, with the steel door, to a place where cash and valuables could be kept for the Oddfellows Society. The shabby appearance and signs of disuse suggested that its intended purpose had been abandoned long ago. Next to the cot, jumping down, on the floor was a large glass jug holding barely an inch of water. 4 days of stifling isolation had hardly tarnished the brilliant sheen of Jennifer's long blonde hair, which caught and reflected the dim light from the single bulb hanging from the center of the ceiling. Nestled against the fold behind her knees was a snoozing black rabbit. His nose, paws, and tail were snow white. And his name is Oscar, and he belongs to Billy, the more comical of one of the villains. And but I want to keep moving forward. So we've got an illustration there. There's Jenny, there's Oscar the rabbit, and she's been stuck in this room for 4 days. And finally, now that they've got the key, they did get the key from Johnny. They're going to open up the vault. But now Johnny's escaped, and they're worried that he's gone to the police, and so they're going to have to make their escape. We've got Zendron and Randy. They're going to take Jenny, and the other three villains are going to hop in Billy's old 1971 Volkswagen van, and they're going to meet at at Earl's houseboat to reconnoiter. So if I jump further ahead, Johnny is frantically wondering what's happened to Spike, and he was chased by Randy in this sleek black Jaguar XLE, and he escaped Randy. Johnny was able to report to the police, and the intention is that he's going to ride home until all of this gets sort of figured out, but that's not really his intention. Johnny's ride home was not exactly a direct route. His mind was plagued with fears concerning Jennifer and his missing mate. As he kept to the streets, picking up speed, he deliberately headed toward Kitts Point, and silently vowed not to return home until Spike and Jennifer were out of danger. There was a slim possibility his good friend Frank could help him steer through this dilemma. As he sped past the tennis courts by the beach, he wondered if his parents would discover his absence. He congratulated himself on having the foresight to stuff his bed with pillows, pajamas, and an old basketball to create the illusion of a 12-year-old boy fast asleep. As he approached Frankie's house, the strong, cold, salt air filled his lungs, reviving him with new energy and purpose. He goes to Frank's house because he knows Frank's father has a ham radio set. And they tune into the police frequency, and they're able to locate, where the chases are happening, and it's all going on the south side of False Creek, in the industrial area, and near Science World.